because I know there were a lot of ladies that wanted to join the call, but they could not make it. So for all of you new coaches on this call, welcome. And also welcome to coaches that are really ready to start diving into their business and really tapping into the potential that this business has to offer. Your fitness journey, your results will not happen overnight, but we understand the compound effect. And that means that little behaviors consistently done day by day result in amazing things. So that goes to both our fitness journey, your relationships, your business, everything. Just don't hesitate to ask questions, because that's how you learn, right? Look things up, take initiative. That's how you learn. So welcome. And I know, Hilary, you probably just want to say a couple words.
Yeah, so I'm kind of piggybacking off of you, but I've been in coach trainings before, like as someone hosting the group, but then also a participant. And the amount of participation and engagement was absolutely crazy. And that just goes to a good point, but then to actually take what you learn and apply it to your business. Because I know it's for me, it's easy sometimes to, watch different calls or the National Wake Up Call or whatever and think, hey, that's a really good point. And then like on to the next and like totally, not apply it. So it's one thing knowing it, but then actually taking the steps to understand it, make that fit for you, and then kind of run with it in your business.
Yeah, definitely. And that's one of the things I felt like I did a lot of in like the first few months as a coach. I was just like, I'm going to read this. I'm going to watch this video, do all these things. Oh, that's great information. I love that. And then I have to pull over because I have to make a video. And my New Year's resolution was to not use my phone while I'm driving. So I'm like, I got to pull over. Of course, I decided to pull over at a mall parking lot to go shopping after, but I pull into a mall parking lot to make that video because the basic behaviors get overlooked so much. People get really excited about fancy stuff. They get nervous about, oh man, should I be doing this, this, and this? And we always forget the basics. And if we break this business down, the basics are what grow your business. The basics are what I do day in and day out. Regardless of what's going on, I make it happen. So Hilary's going to talk a little bit more about the basics for you guys.
Okay, so you know that there's 3 vital behaviors, but now there's actually 4. So I just kind of want to touch on those and then maybe do some linking to what we've done in the training. So the 4 vital behaviors are inviting, being a product of the product, personal development, and recognizing. So inviting, that is where your business starts, and that is how it grows. So when you're inviting to challenge groups and also the coaching opportunity. That then translates into Success Club points, which means your business is growing. And then that means that coaches sign. So it's kind of like full circle. So inviting. Actually, I was talking to Kyrstin on the phone before this call, and I'm so happy that this happened. There was a girl I connected with 2 weeks ago, and she literally sent me a message back saying, okay, I'm going to do it. I just purchased. I was like, oh, that was very easy. I literally invited her 2 weeks ago. I checked in with her before. I think this is the second time. And she just purchased it like that, like 2 Success Club points right there. That's a new person I'm bringing into my business, and that's someone I'll have my sight set on for coaching. So I think that was just so beautiful how that happened right before this call, because it goes to show that when we invite, then we have or planted. And I think often, I was also talking to Kyrstin about this, that when people start coaching, it's like, hey, I need to, get going right away. I want to make, X amount of dollars a week. That means that we need to walk the walk. We're not just saying, hey, I love fitness and here's an It Works wrap and I'm going to wrap it on my belly and hope it works. No, that's not going to work for you. If you're not a product of the product, drinking Shakeology, following a fitness plan 100%, then you're not going to have that ability to sorry. Where was I? Okay. So when we commit to a program, this has worked for me, because you're not going to want to message someone and say, hey, it hasn't really worked for me, but I know someone like the next province over that it worked for. So, hey, like, are you interested? Hopefully it works for you. It didn't me. So that's why it's so important to dedicate ourselves 100%, because would you be interested in joining someone's challenge group who's just kind of giving it like 50%?
And a lot of people get caught up in that proof of the product. Well, the people on the cover of this product are super ripped. I'm not.
And you know, how fitness or coaching has changed your life or what that looks like in your life, you're going to get people interested. They're not going to want to see like salesy kind of stuff, like sale, the 21-day fix, 164 Canadian. Like that's kind of gross. I wouldn't want that, you know, to, because it seems like someone's just in it for, you know, maybe the 11 p.m. Hey, people are going to see it. If you get up at 5 a.m., people are going to see it. If you post on your lunch hour, so people are posting at all times of the day. Hey, Kyrstin, you're itching.
I was going to say, if you guys follow my coach, Amanda Marie Quintino, she's a social media like hound. Oh my God. And there's a reason, because she posts so often. She's visible. People always see her. There's no way she can disappear, right? You can't get rid of her even if you tried. She's always there. And, you know, she doesn't get complaints because she's so positive and uplifting and kind and not spammy at all. So if you're looking for a way to communicate your messages, go to her page. They're perfect. And she always is like entering her location and hashtagging, and she's just so good at that. So I've learned a lot from her. So she's a good coach to follow for sure.
Yeah. Kyrstin's going to be talking about personal development because that's her jam. Absolutely. And then the new vital behavior of recognize. I like to think of that as like recognizing successful challengers, successful coaches, or that, you know, whether it's directly or indirectly are, you know, moving your business forward. So that can be with your warm market or your cold market, or people that are already in, you know, your business and your network.
Yeah, for sure. That's really good because you need to do that recognition. And it sounds kind of silly right now for a lot of you guys, for new coaches. Maybe you don't even have a challenger yet, let alone a coach on your team. That's totally fine. We don't expect you on day 2, day 4 to be like, yeah, like I have a team of 9 people already. No, not at all. Like you need to learn these behaviors and get that down pat first. But what you do need to do is pretend like you are a top coach. And I remember when I first started, my star diamond upline was Lindsay Matway. And so I thought, okay, if I can just harness her, like her aura, you know, and like really, really try and duplicate her confidence, I feel like I could be successful. And, you know, it's funny, you can try and pretend to be someone for a really long time and you're like, this is not working. It's not working. So what are you doing for personal development? I'm like, oh, you know, nothing. She's like, hey, come on. Like, it's one of the vital behaviors. You need to do it. Like, trust me, and then finally, a year in, came across the Tao Te Ching, which is like an Eastern, I guess it's like a non-religious Bible, basically. And it's 81 passages, I believe. It's been a while since I read it. But daily passages that were like 8 minutes long, 5 minutes long. And I got it on audiobook so that it was just the right amount of time for me on my commute in the morning. Because at the time I really hated my job and I needed a lot of pep talk in the morning. So I didn't cry. So I would listen to personal development on my way to work and driving. And this man, he's since passed away, but Dr. Wayne Dwyer is just like amazing. And his words are so profound. You'd be like, the cup does not filleth unless the bowl is full. And you're like, whoa, okay. I'm like, okay, my goal is every single day, like make some sort of post on social media about what I learned. And then also live it. So I'd be like, okay, I need to like make sure I fill my cup today. Fill my cup. Okay, I'm going to go for a walk after work and then I'm going to do like a spa treatment on my face. Okay, done. So finding personal development helped me be a happier person, a more confident person, probably a better girlfriend, to be honest, a better person to be around, a more thoughtful friend, and probably a better business owner. And my business started going up tenfold from there because I started believing in myself. I believed in the message I had to send. So when I make posts on Facebook, in my head right now, I could give 2 craps about who and what's being said about what I post. I don't care. I don't care because I know that this post might inspire somebody to realize that they are valuable, that they are worth it. And if that means that 90 people somewhere in middle of nowhere, Melville, Saskatchewan, want to make fun of me for what I do, there's one person out there that found what I do motivational. And that is worth it, you guys. It is so incredibly worth it. So if you're not doing personal development right now, just do something. And that does not mean reading like the economics and the business side of personal development. Because for me, that's dry. Like, oh my gosh, entre leadership, like face palm, like, thank you, Beachbody, for sending me that for free. But like, I can't. No, I'm like the first 2 pages, I'm like, and that will not be read. Not for me. But I picked up like Big Magic, Light is the New Black. I'm all about feel good, boost yourself up, girl power type books. So find what works for you. And if you like those business books, if you want to learn how to be a really savvy entrepreneur, you want to harness advertising, look at Girl Boss. That's a really good book for female entrepreneurs. But find what works for you, because personal development can be really dry if you're finding something else like that's for somebody else. You know, it's not for you. Do what makes you tick. So that's my little rant on personal development today.
I just want to share one thing, and it just actually happened today, and it has like totally changed my life. So in personal development, you read about confidence and like not caring what other people think, and you know, like putting things into perspective, and that's really powerful. But to be honest with you, I had like little critics in my mind, and they were people from work who would make kind of condescending comments because, you know, they're doing personal training and it's not working and whatever. So that's their stuff. But I thought, you know what, why do I still like have them on my Facebook? Or like, I don't have to wait for people to delete me. I can delete them, or I can block them, or I can limit to what they see of me. I even had someone that I work with, she like kind of made a comment, about, oh, you have a new job now or something, like just kind of being catty or whatever, when I did like a write-up of, you know, thanks for being on my page and blah, 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 you know, explaining who I am, introducing myself. And I thought, why does she need to even be on here? So there's people I blocked. There's people that I limited that to what they can see. So they can only see like past stuff. So any new stuff. And I was still posting. That didn't affect me posting or what I posted. But now it's just like peace of mind that, hey, I don't even have to like worry about that. So sometimes we can like take action, right? Because the personal development, that helped me realize, hey, it doesn't matter what they think. Like they're not paying my bills, and like this is my life, and you know, whatever else. But it was so cool that I like put that into practice, and I'm like, hey, I'm just going to delete them, and I really don't care. And that's fine. Like that's like the decision. I took action and did something like that. Now my confidence, I think it's way higher now than it was. And this just happened like this morning. Now I don't have those critics in my head. I would still make those posts, but now I don't second guess myself or try to, you know, kind of like make the wording a bit different. If I say I don't like my job anymore, like not my coaching job, like my 8 to 5 job, I don't have to worry about them being like, right? They still did it anyways, but now I'm not giving them the pleasure of it. And that's so liberating. So a lot of times personal development, you can like put it into practice. So that's just what I wanted to share from what happened for me today.
Yeah, definitely. It makes a really big difference. And like I said, I started doing it on the way to work because at the time I really needed to psych myself up to do that, because no one at the office wanted to be there, you know, and it just like drug me down, and I could not deal with it. It was so bad. So I thought, you know what, I need this like Eastern medicine, Chinese medicine type uplifting every single morning. And Alex would be like, are you Buddhist now? I'm like, I don't think so. Like, I'm pretty sure I'm not. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. So anyways, it was really, really good. So find something that works for you. Right now I am reading Light is the New Black, and it's a really light read, no pun intended, but it's very, very practical. You can apply a lot of it. And it's great for those of us who are, you know, a bit more spiritual, not necessarily religious, but it is nice. It's a good book. Kind of a nice way to end my day. So the other thing I had written down here is talking about the 3 Lives Club and Success Club. Same thing, one and the same. I just like to call it the 3 Lives Club to let you guys know exactly what those 3 Success Club points actually mean, or those 3 people. It means you're changing 3 lives. Like that's pretty cool. Like to think that your business is measured on success based on the lives you change. That is amazing. So I want you guys to just keep that in the back of your mind every time you talk to somebody, every post that you make. This could change a life. And if you're kind of waffling on, oh, should I post my before and afters, or, oh, I don't know if I should post my why, like it's super personable, you know, I just don't know if I should. Just think, this could change someone's life. So that's why I like to call it the 3 Lives Club, because, sure, Success Club means your business is growing. Success Club means you get a free prize that month. Success Club 5, you're in your first 3 months, means you get a free ticket to Summit. Earning Success Club consistently gets you a free trip, but it means you're changing lives. And I don't want you guys to lose sight of that, because I feel like there are some people out there, they get so obsessed over, oh, I want these points because I want to go on a trip. I want to do this, and that. And then they struggle to hit Success Club because they're not. You will hit Success Club. It happens through consistency, but you need to just focus on the people.
And when you're inviting, if you come from a place of you have an opportunity for them, you have something to offer them, and you can help change their life the way yours was changed. If I approach my conversations being 100% confident that they can lose 30 pounds the way I did, that is going to come across in your language. If you approach it thinking, oh, I want the X amount of dollars for commission or the Success Club points, or this person might be a coach one day, that's going to come across. You're not going to have that same level of confidence, and it's not going to come from the heart. So when I message someone and I say, hey, I have an opportunity for you. It changed my life. I used to feel this way, and when I found this, now I'm feeling this way. That's genuine. That's coming from the right place. They don't care if you get 2 Success Club points. They don't care if you get commission. They don't care if your business grows. But if you care about helping them in a sincere and genuine way because you have a gift, you have an opportunity for them, they are going to sense that way of being, and that's going to come across, and that's what's going to help you build the relationship.
Yeah, 100%. It's so true. And it's funny because you get caught up in that because you're like, oh, I want to hit Success Club. I want to start my business off strong. I'm going to invite all these people. Okay. Yes. But you need to make sure that people come first and relationships come first. And you just always put your best foot forward and just be yourself. And there's a lot of people that talk like robots when they're inviting people, or not using verbiage or language that they would normally use. Just talk the way you would talk. You'll find a lot of scripts. And if you Google Beachbody invitation scripts or Beachbody scripts, you'll find a lot of stuff out there. If you need help, I suggest you create your own so it sounds like you're talking. Just always talk like yourself. It's just, I find better, more sincere.
And actually what I've been doing is in the Messenger app on your phone, there's an option to press the voice, the microphone to do voice recordings. I actually do that with my coaches all the time because I get all fired and jazzed up, and then I just I can't type that fast. So I use that, you hold it down and it records. And that's how I recruited 4 new people this week, because it's so personal. It's not me copying and pasting. There's nothing wrong with that. I've done that and I still do it. But that just adds another little personal touch. They can hear your voice. Okay, they can see your face in pictures, but hey, now they can hear your voice. And if you stumble on your, because I think I would kind of appreciate that if someone was messaging me and then they stumbled on their words. I think that'd be cute, whatever. But they're putting a voice to the face. And I think that's really, really personable. And I know I would be attracted to that.
Definitely. And the next point that I had was on Facebook, make a point of the people that are on this call right now that are new coaches that are on your team, add them on Facebook and follow them and support them and love them. And because you guys are on this journey together, and if you can grow and learn from one another, that's amazing. And for Virginia and I, we were in the same training when we started coaching, and ever since then, it has grown our friendship and it's helped grow our businesses because we've been partners. And Hilary and I'm speaking on my behalf, but Hilary and I have known each other since we were 15 years old. It has grown our friendship. So I can say that, definitely take advantage of this, because these people that you see around you in this call are going to be the people that'll help you grow your business. Follow top coaches, learn from them. I will not lie. Melissa McAllister, I have copy and pasted some of the stuff that she posts, her verbiage, and I switch it out for my words because I'm that's genius. That's great. I love her. Her business savvy is just, she gets it. She totally gets it. But look up who the top 10 Beachbody coaches are. You should know that. You should know who they are, because you should be following each and every one of them, because they are brilliant. They know how to run this business and they do it very, very well, and all very differently. Oh my gosh, Amy Silverman compared to Bonnie Engel, compared to Brittany Powers, to Anita Myron, to Lindsay Matway. Could you get any more different in those 5 coaches right there? that's insane. So follow them, learn from them, and just vibe off them, just like pick up what they're putting down and apply it to your own business. And then eventually you create your own brand. It's crazy how it starts happening. You're like, wow, like I kind of have a brand, and people recognize my Instagram pictures and the silly faces I make on Instagram, and they like my team name, like people know my team name. And so it's cool. It's fun. But Hilary and I have been doing a lot of talking. I want to hear from you guys. I want to hear questions, comments, concerns. I want to know what you guys are thinking, and I want to answer some questions, because I know this will be posted in our team page, this video, but I would also like to address some questions here if possible. It's not very often that we get to chat one-on-one with one another. So you can just go ahead and unmute yourself in the call and then ask a question if you have one. Okay, I'm picking on someone. Everyone's like, oh God, do not pick me.
And the people on the call, like it just keeps dropping the numbers.
Chantel, I see you. You're smiling. You get picked on. Do you have any questions? How did the training go? How are things going? Oh, sorry.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. I thought the training was awesome. I really appreciated how engaged everyone was. Which people during the day, like if they had questions for you, or like I find it really hard to post like 3 or 4 times a day when I'm at work, and sometimes I don't even look at my phone for 6 or 7 hours.
And for me, when I was working full time, I was with patients that entire time. Very rarely did I get a lunch break. So that's like 8 or 9 hours of inactivity.
That's how I am, yeah.
I would be lucky if I would get like a post in at noon, but I knew what that meant is that, in the morning before templates out there of different, how people run their power hour or what their to-do list is as a coach. For me, I kept it simple. I knew that, I listened to morning, just copy and paste. And often those people would be someone that commented or liked a photo of mine in the week or 2 previous. So I'd go back to my photos, search back, like who liked it? Okay, so I'm going to message them. I would post in my challenge group or just check in my challenge group if it wasn't my turn to post. If I was running training, I would check in on that. But for you guys starting out, just invite to your challenge groups in the morning, right off the hop, get that out of the way. Post on your social media right off the hop. So as soon as you wake up, usually I would make mine the night before, because in the morning, like Lord knows what I would post. I was so tired. So I always crafted it the night before and then just copy pasted, add a photo. Fine. That's okay. Because you can't just be beach body like ham all the time, right? You got to be like you. So don't feel pressure to be like super cute quote on Pinterest and just like type out that quote with a selfie. Boom. Good. Solid. But you have to make the time. So I woke up a little earlier, and then as soon as I got off work in my car, I made another post, and then probably one before bed. So I knew for sure I was getting 3 in. The timing wouldn't necessarily be at lunch, but my demographic was also working. I'm not targeting stay-at-home moms because I can't relate to them as well. My target demographic is working women. So we were on the same schedule, at 5 o'clock, they would check their phone when they got off work, sitting in their car. They'd probably check it again at 9 p.m. when they're watching Scandal, having a glass of wine. So just know that you can make it work. It doesn't have to be middle of the day. And you know what? People can wait for you to respond to their messages. You don't have to feel obligated to message right back because you have business hours and you have a social life and relationships to upkeep. You can't be on your phone 24/7.
And I think that often people feel like this pressure to have all of these like meaningful posts, like every single post has to like pull at a heartstring, or it has to like super like resonate with someone. And that's really important to be vulnerable and to have that depth. But I just find that you can only do that for so long. Like it's not sustainable. And so even today I posted a thing about pets. It was a white screen with black text, and that got more likes than my actual pictures. I'm like, what the hell? But you gotta you have to have, a variance in, the levels that you're posting to. It can't always be like really light and superficial. Although that would be better to post than nothing at all. You know what I mean? About like what I posted or what Kyrstin posted. But, and then it's important to have those really personable, like ones that you're really vulnerable, but to have a good mix of everything, because that would like kind of capture you in a nutshell. You're all of these different levels. You're not always super vulnerable. You're not always surfacey, or, you know what I'm saying? It's like that balance of, hey, that's you throughout the day.
But I'm always funny, so I have to like always be funny.
You are funny. I laugh when I'm around you.
I just laugh at your posts, so I totally believe you.
Perfect. That's good.
Well,
That's
thanks,
cool.
guys.
Does anyone else have any quick questions before we wrap up? Or should I pick on someone again?
Can I pick on someone?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this person is so funny. Alexandra, I see you. Do you have any questions or anything you want to share? I know that your business has been blowing up and you've been doing really well. So whether you want to share something or do you have like a question or anything?
I'm trying to think. I have not done any personal development. It's so hard for me. I can't even, like, I need you. It's all so boring to me.
I agree. There's a lot of dry stuff out there, but pick up like a Tina Fey or Amy Poehler book, like Bossy Pants, or what's the one with Amy Poehler? What's the one that she wrote?
I don't know, but I'm thinking of the Lena Dunham one.
Oh no, the Amy Poehler one. I have it at the cabin. It's supposed to be really good, but get a funny one. Get something that'll spark your interest.
Okay.
Because like the businessy ones are like, no.
Yeah, I guess I just don't feel like, it's not that I don't need help, with personal development, but it's just, I'm not there. Like I'm not like that. I'm just not there yet.
I know. It took me a year, sister friend. I believe. No, it's just like, I'm not sad. I'm actually a really peppy person. Like, I'm fine. And then you start reading personal development. You're like, oh, like I'm even better now. Like, that's
okay.
And, we all have blind spots, like we really all do. And so maybe right now you can't think of anything, but maybe in a few weeks from now, something will happen in a conversation or in one of your relationships or in your work life or as a parent. And you're like, oh, like I could really benefit from addressing this certain thing. So like we talked about confidence or maybe being assertive. Like I know I can be kind of passive sometimes, or, so like just kind of keep an eye open for, hey, like how could, developing in any one of these certain areas kind of benefit? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, for example, that Lena Dunham book, it's called Not That Kind of Girl. It was not personal development at all in the sense of, getting me to be more confident or to, know myself better or anything. But like I laughed and like everyone likes to laugh, but she is so stinking funny that like it kind of gave me a bit of an edge where I'm like, oh, like I'm going to try to be like that, like rare.
Yeah.
So something that's going to like kind of captivate you and hey, maybe it'll help you kind of like form your brand or kind of give you a bit of an edge.
Yeah. Okay, guys, I don't want to keep you too much longer. You have families to get to. You have Scandal to watch. You got to get back to your lives. Thank you so much for joining this call. And thank you even more so for being such rock stars in that new coach training. And stay tuned. Hilary and I are in the process of developing emerald trainings and diamond trainings for you guys so that for those of you that are really wanting to advance your businesses fast, we will get you there. If you run, we will be running right beside you guys. So stay tuned for that. And this will be posted in the group later on tonight. So thank you again and have an awesome night. Oh, Hilary has something to say. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay, one more thing is, even though the group is over, you can stay in it and revisit those assignments, because I know some people had like busy weeks and they were kind of like rushing to get through things. Stay in the group, and if you have more time to like watch the videos again, or hey, maybe in 3 months from now, if you were to like look at it, it might kind of like hit you at a different level or resonate with you in a different way, because you might have a bit more experience, because some of these things, like we've said a few times, you might not have encountered yet. So you don't know what you don't know, but when you encounter it, you're going to say, hey, I think they kind of talked about that in that video, or what was that about posting? Kyrstin had all those tips. Like, I'm kind of dry right now. I need something to kind of spice things up. So stay in the group and revisit it if you want, even in a month from now, because I think that the way that you see it and perceive it then might even be different than the way you did the first time. And that's all.
Awesome. Okay, guys.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Hey, I have a girl who's going to become a coach probably on Saturday. So should I add her in this kick-ass new coach training, or should I wait till the next one?
It's totally up to you because it's kind of self-led. If you can like tag her in day 1 to 5 of the posts and the bonuses and walk her through it, you can do that. Because the next new coach training won't start until, I'd have to check my phone, but I feel like it's going to be a little bit yet because we have another sneak peek to do before that. So I think that might be beneficial. Get her in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good. That is all. Thanks.
Perfect. All right, guys. Thanks again. And cheers to all you guys who brought your drinks to happy hour and your coffee, or I know, or if you're nursing, whichever.
Okay, wait, smile. I'm going to take a picture.
I have to turn my camera on.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a black screen. How do I change that? Kyrstin, talk.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm not tech savvy.
Oh,
this is the
here
extent.
you are. Okay, smile. Okay, we're good.
Awesome, guys. Okay. We will see you guys again on the next team call. And if you guys are available, coaching and coffee on Sunday at 9 a.m. That is always fun. Virginia and I host that. So we will see you guys then.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.